Welcome back to my mini series, What to Know Before You Start Belly Dancing 101. This is part 2, and it is all about group classes versus private lessons and which one to choose, which one is right for you. So let's just jump in. All right, everybody. So when it comes to learning belly dance, one size does not fit all, and one format does not fit everybody. Whether you are drawn to a more vibrant energy of the group classes, or whether you're drawn to more focused attention, each path is going to offer something unique for you. So we're going to explore the differences between group classes and private lessons so that it can maybe help you out to choose which one might fit best. Or maybe it turns out it could be a combination of both. The first one we're going to talk about is group classes, the magic of group classes. Imagine stepping into a warm space. It's filled with good energy, you feel welcomed, and the women are moving in harmony. There's beautiful exotic music playing, and you just feel this sense of joy. Group classes give you this sensation, or at least they should. Let's talk about the benefits of group classes. One big benefit is the community and the networking, the connections that you could make in those classes. Dancing alongside of like-minded women creates bonds that potentially last years. And I've seen women, and I've experienced myself, long-lasting friendships with the people that I have taken dance classes with through giggles, through learning new movements where we make mistakes, through celebrating the big accomplishments of getting these hard combinations down. It's a really great way to access that power of a group. Another benefit is the motivational environment that it brings, which overlapped from the one that I just mentioned of the connecting and the networking, but you'll see a lot of these benefits do overlap. But the motivational environment, because it's a collective rhythm, right? You are challenging yourself, you're trying new things, and your sister next door is also doing the same thing, and therefore you can glance at each other, wink, laugh, whatever it is, whatever connection that you get. It's a motivational environment for you to push through learning new things or whatever goals you might have in your dance classes. It could be fitness, it can be feeling better in your body, it can be learning a new technique, an art style, whatever it is. Group classes are a really good motivational environment for you if you're looking for that. The next benefit is that you're learning together, and watching others in a group can help you pick up combinations faster. I do always say that the eyes are very deceiving, but when you're moving in harmony and in sync, chances are that you're all going to be getting that challenging combination together almost at the same time. So it kind of pushes you to learn a little bit faster with maybe some tricky things that the teacher might be giving you in that class. Another benefit is that it's accessible and more affordable than taking private lessons. Now, the personalized attention of private lessons. I love private lessons. Private lessons are really good for students that are seeking a more tailored approach and a more personalized approach to their dance classes, especially when you sit down with the instructor and have a sort of orientation to talk about your goals, your expectations. Maybe there's something interesting you learned, whatever it may be. That way, your instructor knows what to give you and how to give it to you. Every person is going to learn different. Every person does learn differently. So if you are, for example, a more visual person, you can express that to your teacher and they can give you more visual learning experience. Or if you are a more sensory learner, they maybe can use a veil or symbols or another prop that will give you a more sensory experience. Private lessons are also a really good space to learn a special topic. Let's say it's not in the cards for the instructor to teach a certain prop or a style in the next part of their courses, then taking a few private lessons is going to help you out. Some of the benefits of taking private lessons are the following. Number one, focused feedback. Going back to my previous video about choosing the right teacher and why that matters is going to be important for your private lessons. And this benefit is getting that feedback. If you don't feel comfortable with the instructor and how they give you personalized tips, their connection with you is just uncomfortable, this is going to be a hard one to receive. But we do have to stay open to receiving that, especially if you are taking private lessons, because it is one of the benefits. It's going to speed up your process. Another one is the pace and flexibility. That's another benefit, is that you're going to be able to go at your own pace, and the classes technically should be flexible for you. Flexible in the sense that it is in the way that you learn. Another benefit is that it's going to give you greater confidence. Going to give you a greater awareness of your confidence. That is if you are that kind of learner. Maybe you're very shy in group classes, and maybe you might not be ready to dance with a group of people moving at the same time. That teacher is going to help you build that base and that foundation so that you are ready to jump into those group classes later. They each have beautiful benefits, the group and the private classes. But let's look at building both of them together, unlocking your full potential with a balanced approach. Why choose one when you can have the best of both worlds, right? Combining the group and the private lessons is going to help you be a little more of a balanced dancer. And I say that with experience and a lot of love. It's going to reinforce your learning. Use the private lessons to fine-tune your technique. And then when you go to the group classes, you practice that in a rhythmic group setting. You're gonna find that when you're dancing together, after you have processed all of those movements, the dancing is gonna become more internalized, and you're gonna be able to stylize and bring your own personality into the movements. The next benefit is that there's a balanced growth for you. You're going to enjoy the social and the motivational parts of the group classes while also receiving that individualized and personalized attention during those private lessons. The next is that it's going to cater your support. It's going to nurture that support system that you have. So the private lessons can address very specific questions that you might have and goals that you might want to meet. And then when you get to those group classes, all of that is going to prepare you for accomplishing those milestones and goals that you might have. You can also do it the other way around. You can work in the group classes, and when you have questions in those group classes, then you flip over to a private lesson to answer all of that for you. The last thing is that it's also going to expand your network. This hybrid experience is a really fun one. If you can afford it, if you can do it, I highly recommend it. I know a lot of other instructors recommend it, but every dancer is going to have their season, right? We're all going to have moments where we have time, or maybe we have the budget for it, or maybe we have a goal to perform and we want to accelerate our learning process a little bit more. So you don't always have to do the hybrid situation. You don't always have to do both together or one or the other, but these are a lot of things to consider, especially when you understand your goals or when you're questioning them. And again, it goes back to that first video that I posted, that first blog that I wrote about why your teacher matters. That first step was to understand your goals as a dancer, your goals as a student, and as a person. I hope you found this information exciting and useful. Please let me know in the comments. Write it out, send me a message. I would really love to know what you think. And tune in for the next part of the series is how to maximize your classes. Thank you, and shimmy on.